I've got two very special guests to introduce today. I've got Dr. Nick Daniels. Thanks for being on the show, Dr. Nick.
Thanks for having me.
As well as I've got Jack. And Jack's going to be kind of the pivotal point in this interview.
Sure.
Dr. Nick, you are an animal chiropractor. Can you speak to what animal chiropractic is all about?
Sure. Well, first of all, I'm a chiropractor.
Okay.
I'm a human chiropractor first.
Oh,
so
very good.
I have an office in Sutton, Ontario, and provide chiropractic care to humans.
Right.
On the side of becoming an animal chiropractor as well.
Excellent. You would say to that, for being an animal chiropractor, that might be a bit of a niche to be able to do humans and animals. It's very important. So, why animal chiropractic? Why do animals need chiropractic care as well?
Well, for the same reason humans do. So the premise of chiropractic is that that the human body, or the body, is self-healing and self-regulating. Okay, so the body will heal itself, and that ability is coordinated and governed by the nervous system, which is housed within the spine. So if problems occur within the spine, it can prevent the body from communicating back and forth, and can prevent the body from self-healing and self-regulating. So what chiropractors do are to make sure that the spine is healthy and aligned properly, so those nerves can communicate with the specific body parts and allow the body to self-heal and self-regulate. So the premise is the same for between humans or horses or dogs or any vertebrates.
You mentioned horses. Do you do a lot of horse chiropractic?
Yes, I do. Yeah. In fact, the animal chiropractic, it's primarily horses and dogs, and I would say it's probably 60% horses and 40% dogs.
Well, you seem to it, a horse, for a living carries people on his back and whatnot. That would be quite speaking to wanting some adjustments.
Yeah, and the type of horses I do are usually competitive horses. They're athletes, so they're doing equestrian or dressage or reining or rodeo or all sorts of stuff that bring a lot of stress on their bodies.
So just like any athlete, they need to have care in between matches.
Most Olympic athletes are under chiropractic care, and most competitive horses are too.
I think we've got Jack a little bit bored here. So, for working with Jack, can we do an adjustment? Well, I wouldn't be doing it. I'll let you do an adjustment on Jack here.
Sure.
So what would Jack need as far as a back adjustment?
Well, first of all, with people bring their animals in to see me, for the most part, it's because they see or notice something wrong. The dog's limping, or the dog can't turn his head, or it's yelping, or can't put his head down to eat the food, or they notice something wrong. Quite often they'll go to the vet, and the vet will maybe find something wrong also, and they will refer in as well. So I get both cases. I also do get people that understand the philosophy of being preventative, and will bring their animals in for health and wellness as well.
Much like, just like going for your regular chiropractic for yourself, going for your pet.
Absolutely. So with each visit, the same as I would do on a human, I check the spine from top to bottom and look at alignment and motion, and see if anything needs to be adjusted, and adjust accordingly.
Okay, well, let's take a moment with Jack here.
Jack, sit up. Up. Okay, up.
And there we go.
There we go. Stay there.
So what will we do here?
So normally, I'm going to get you a hold of reach there.
Gladly.
Yeah. Okay, so normally what I do with animals, I either start at the top or the bottom. So I'll start right down at the tailbone. Okay. And I usually just with animals, dogs and horses, they stay standing. So with horses, their body weight and structure is inherently strong enough to support any force that I would impart. With the dogs, I usually provide a little bit of support underneath, so they're not lying on the table, but I would brace this way. So I start by checking the tailbone. Now, Jack gets adjusted fairly regularly. Like I'll check him once a month or so and adjust him. So he's fairly
well adjusted.
But there might be a couple of things to adjust. He's chasing squirrels and jumping over things as well, like any dog.
A regularly active and playful dog.
Yeah. So I'm just feeling for motion and alignment.
And then you slowly work your way up the spine.
Yeah, and it needs a little adjustment in the sacrum, which is the tailbone.
Okay.
So just do a little adjustment there. There we go.
Oh.
Okay, that's better.
Now, do you find, so you do about a monthly adjustment on Jack. Now, Jack's your dog.
Yes.
So Jack's probably got one of the straightest dog canine spinal cords.
Yeah, he's in pretty good shape as far as dogs go.
I have to say as well, he's far better behaved than my dog ever was.
Yeah. Dogs adjust really easily. You don't often get a lot of popping noises out of dog spines. But
I was actually kind of listening for the big click.
Well, you do get it, but it's, that's irrelevant. That's just a noise that occurs sometimes. He's a good boy.
So in good shape.
So then I work my way up the spine. You can sit down if you want. Sit down.
And there we go. seems that Jack knows the drill really well. He seems to work his way through it.
Side here, excuse me.
And working your way up to the neck.
Yeah. Just a little bit here.
So how many dogs, on average, would you adjust?
Well, it depends. I mean, it goes in waves. Let's say I'm a human chiropractor first, so dogs will come into my office outside of human hours.
Right.
So I might do a half a dozen in a day or so.
Right. Oh, wow.
Yeah. I also use, sometimes on smaller dogs, I use a little instrument called an activator.
Okay.
And that gives a mechanical impulse on the joint here. So I'm going to use that a little bit there.
And that's just to get to that individual joint?
Yeah. Well, it's just on smaller dogs, it's just a lower force technique that...
Right, without having to actually apply a full hand in. Well, I give you a lot of credit. That'd be a much smaller spinal column than your average human. So now Jack is all complete. Jack has been adjusted.
If they didn't need much, I adjusted a little bit in the tailbone and the lumbar, and then a spot up in the neck.
And really well behaved. I do want to stress that.
Yeah, you know, they typically love it. Whether horses will walk right up to me and put their head on my shoulder and stuff and say, "Yeah, go for it." You know, they quite enjoy it.
How do people get in contact with you?
Our office phone number is 905-722-6704. We're right in Dalton Road in Sutton. Or they can visit my website, which is www.suttonwestchiropractic.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
More to come after this.
This program